So at this time, we're going to kind of transition a little bit, and I'm going to bring up a couple of our other women to share with you. So if Rhonda, Weta, and Christine could make your way up. If we could give them a round of applause as they do. I'll pass this one down. So as they're walking, you go for it. As they're walking up here, one of the things that we say a lot at Hope Street, as I mentioned earlier, is greenhouse for people. And if you're new, you may not be aware of like necessarily how that came to be or what that's from. And one of the things that that's from is actually John 15 in the Bible, where it talks about God being a farmer God, and that the vine, that we're connected to this vine. And apart from it, we can do no good thing. And when we're connected to it, we can do good things. We can produce fruit. And I've been doing a lot of studying on that lately for a couple of reasons, but in particular, just trying to gain a deeper understanding of what it means and what it actually looks like for our community. To actually invite people into that and not just get stuck at that like colorful, creative, artful language, so to speak. And one of the things that's so unique about it is just this whole opportunity that we look at it and we think we're connected to that vine, which is true. But if we're all connected to that vine, then we're actually connected to one another as well. And so at Hope Street, one of the things that we really focus on is building community. And just this idea that like we are all connected. And so when one of us is doing well, we can celebrate that and be a part of that together. And when one of us isn't doing so well, we also can share in that too. And like we have this burden to care for one another. And so these three do that really well. These three are also three that I know a lot of our members in our community look to and lean on and seek out. And so I'm really excited for you to get to talk to all of them. I think for starters, why don't you can start with the middle, Weta. Why don't you say your name, how long you've been at Hope Street, and I'm nervous to say this, anything else you want to say?
I'm not shy. My name is Weta, and it'll be 2 years, June 5th, that I've been at Hope Street.
Hello, my name is Christine, and it's February 6th. It's been 2 years for me.
Hi, my name is Rhonda. I used to live there in the 90s, and now I live there again, and it's been almost a year now, and I'm thankful for that.
So Weta, one of the things I was just talking about was community. Can you just share how you have experienced community at Hope Street? What does that actually look like or mean?
Actually, I was sharing with the ladies at my table that like in the summertime, we do a lot of cookouts. You know, we make a dish and pass it and barbecue, and just meeting in the area by the steps. Because when I come in, I live on the 3rd floor, so when I come in, I flop down in the chair by the stairs before I go up the stairs. So, you know, that's like our little meeting place. You know, it's like a magnet that then other members come, and the next thing you know, it might be 5 or 6 of us standing out in the hallway talking and laughing. You know, so that's what the community looks like to me, and just welcoming the younger ladies that come in with the babies, and you know, and like Sabrina was talking about and QT was saying, you know, not feeling welcome or not feeling comfortable or being embarrassed by being there. We try to treat them with love and encourage them.
I'm going to pass it to Christine. Thank you. Christine, what have you learned in your time at Hope Street? So I know both you and Weta have both been there a little bit longer than some of our other members. What have you learned in your time so far?
I learned a lot of things, that people care, and man, I learned how to love myself again, and get to know me, get a foundation, get it started where I feel good, I feel loved, I feel confident, yeah, and I'm growing. I'm growing to know that it is people that care about me and that I am somebody and I will be somebody. And if I can get through my struggle and help someone else, that they too can get better, then that's what's important to me.
Thank you. So Rhonda, you mentioned this, you were at Hope Street in the 90s. So you were there in the beginning. How is life different for you and at Hope Street from then to now? And Rhonda loves to talk, so just
Not now.
listen in.
This is scary.
You're gonna be great.
Well, before it was, okay. Before it was, the best thing there was Perry. I didn't really stay that long. Nothing, no incentives to make me want to do better. The vibe wasn't right. But the best thing about it was the man, Perry, because you can go to him and he give you good advice, but that wasn't enough for me at that time. Now, I have my good days, my bad days, but this is my best friend right here. This is my coworker, and I get on her nerves. I stay in Hannah's office, she'll never get nothing done.
That's what it is.
I'm not allowed in Cooper's office because he definitely will never get nothing done. Kendall, I got attached to a young lady named Kendall, and she left and went to college. I know, and that was my buddy, my best friend, and I learned a lot from this young lady. I'm in my 40s, but this young lady taught me a lot. I don't too much bother Miss Ashley because I know she's busy. She got a lot she's doing. I like it that kids run through the hallway. Even we have our bad days, our good days, but at the end of the day, you can always find somebody that needs somebody to talk to, or you could talk to them, or you could just sit in the hallway and you could be having a bad day and all of a sudden somebody come by and do something stupid or make you laugh, or it's always somebody you could talk to. It's like a big family. And we have our little moments. Every day is not peaches and cream, but we get through it. And I have a peace of mind there. I know that when I walk in there, I'm safe. And I can go to sleep and lay my head and not have to worry about nothing else. I can lay down and go to sleep. And I know that at the end of the day, I'm filled. God has blessed me. God has truly blessed me from where I came from and the state of mind and the aura and the vibe and how I feel from how I was before. I'm at peace with myself. I'm content. All my flaws, that's okay. I'm building a new me. I got more self-esteem, more confidence, and I'm more humble. And that's the best thing I can ask for.
I'll give you a minute. Why don't you pass it to Weta?
Okay.
Okay, you can pass the mic to her. Weta, can you share, and I know we talked a little bit in the beginning about Hope Street, but maybe some people that are newer, what makes Hope Street unique, or like what is Hope Street? How would you describe that?
What makes Hope Street unique is that Hope Street is an apartment building. And I was sharing with my table, you know, it'd be some days that I do organizing, community organizing, and it'd be some days that I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to go home. I'm ready to go. And when I cross that threshold, there's nothing but peace. I can leave everything out there, you know, and walk into peace, you know, and that is a blessing, you know, because when I came to Hope Street, my peace was taken, my spirit was dark, and it was just coming alive, and now I have a life that I'm excited to see what God has for me. You know, I'm not running from it anymore. You know, so Hope Street, you know, just watching like where peace at.
Back there.
You know, just seeing the babies. You know, they just bring joy because they so innocent and, you know, and just to see mom trying to get her life together and figure it out, and, you know, it's a blessing. You know, Hope Street is a blessing, and staff, you know. I miss Rachel. I've been hoping that she'd give in and come back. You know, but Diane ain't going, you know.
Keep going, Weta.
You know, so that Hope Street, and even with the volunteers coming in, you know, I recently lost my brother at 43 years old from a heart attack, and it's just two of us. My mother only had 2 children, and I'm grateful. I am so grateful that the grieving process that I'm going through, I'm at Hope Street. I can do it in a safe environment. I can cry when I need to and not hold it in. I got a roommate that I wouldn't trade for the world. I love her, you know, and when I'm crying, she'll come in and let me tell you this, you know. And she helped me through it, you know, and she talked to me about grieving because she's been through grief. And I think about, you know, where would I be if I wasn't at Hope Street and going through this time of grief? Because I really don't know, you know, but I know I'm grateful to be at Hope Street, because it is a safe place from the elements of the outside, you know, so I'm grateful.
Grateful for you too. Hey, you want to pass that down to Christine? Christine, do you want to share what you're currently working towards? What are you working on?
I'm working to be a peer specialist.
Okay, Christine.
I always wanted to know what my purpose was with God. I always believed in God, and I always wanted Him to be pleased with what I do in life. And I made some wrong decisions. I was broken, and it took that for me to see what I wanted in life and have compassion and empathy for other people. So if they come to me and they say, well, you wouldn't understand what I'm going through. I've been there. I've done it. So I do know, and I want to be there. If I can get through this, you can get through this too. So I want to be an inspiration to somebody, to help somebody that it is, you can get better. You always will have what you have, but you can get better. Okay.
So I'm going to ask all 3 of you the same question, and this is the last one here, but what have you heard people say around Hope Street, and why is it significant to you? So what have you heard people say around Hope Street, and why is it significant to you?
Brokenness in a greenhouse for people. And when I first heard it, I was like, brokenness, okay. And I had to really think about it and let it set in, and to be broken and put back together. You know, that's what I felt like that's happening with me at Hope Street. You know, the brokenness, the pieces are being put back together, and they're more solid and more stable now, because I can cultivate it and I can, you know, feed off of it and allow it to continue to grow and not run from it. Because there was a time that I would run from success or healing because of the fear of the unknown. And being at Hope Street, I don't have that fear of the unknown, because I figure everything, all that I've been through, you know, how could it even get any worse? You know, but just being in a safe environment helps me to allow God to do what He's doing in my life.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, I heard the word flourishing. And I was like, flourishing? Man, I mean, what do they want me to do? I mean, I don't know. And every time they would say, well, Christine, are you flourishing? Are you doing this? And I was like, yeah. I know what y'all talking about. But I am. It's just a feeling that comes over the onion. It's like peeling the layers off, and it's, I'm growing, I'm doing the things that I want to do. It's like I'm opening up, I'm honest, and it's such a great feeling. I mean, just being around everybody at Hope Street try to help you with everything. I mean, if you go with them with something, they work with you with a solution. It's not nothing like, well, you can't talk to me right now, I'm busy. They never said that. They always say hi and be pleasant to you, and they make you feel welcome. So that's a good feeling as far as flourishing. I want to do the same thing. I want to help people peel those layers off, open up, and be around people that's positive, and you can too. All the bad things will pass. So, and if they do, you can get through it without the use of drugs or alcohol or anything, just by the grace of God, and let go and let God.
Okay. Oh, what's the question again?
What have you heard around Hope Street, and why is it significant to you?
The biggest word that I've heard from staff is, you can do it. You can do it. Especially Hannah. You can do it, Rhonda. You got this. But when I'm going through it, and I'm like all over the place, like I can't really, I bust into Brooke's office. I'm like, Brooke, this what's going on. And she's like, sit down, calm down. It's gonna be all right. Now, what you say the problem is? And she'll keep typing her keyboard, and I'll be like, Brooke, but I need to talk to you. She's like, I can hear you. What? And before I know it, I realized after sitting there with her, I'm like, Brooke, are you listening to me? She said, yeah, I'm still doing my work, but I hear you. And then when I get to a point where I'll be like, well, I'm going through this, and this happened, and this is going on, and they just told me this, and I just found out I got cancer, and this, and this. She said, slow down. What? You're going to be all right? And before I know it, I'll sit there with her, and the next thing I know, I done forgot even why I came in here. I'm so at peace, and I'm on a whole nother conversation, and we laughing. And I love that because it eases my mind from stressing. And I'm the type of person where something you tell me or something been told to me by a doctor or something, it can be 5 times I just turned it into 50, So, and I just overwork myself. So at the end of the day, I can go in one of these people's office, and I know that they're going to help me pump my brakes. That means stop, pause, and wait it. Breathe. Then I run upstairs to Weeda. And the first thing she said to me is, girl, calm down, sit down, relax. It's gonna be all right, sister, And I'm grateful. And I don't mean to talk a lot or nothing, but I do like to talk, but only I thought I was gonna go crazy, all these people and stuff. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. You can do it, but I'm so grateful and thankful, to be honest, because I got a peace of mind. I'm grateful for the people, even the bad days, because I learned something from everybody, including the kids there. It's another lady there named Miss Rhonda. I call her my mama, because she always like, now you know that ain't right. Come here, I need to talk to you. Come in my house now, And I got a whole family built up in this one building, and it's so supportive. I make mistakes, I trip, I stumble. I take on stuff that I gotta leave in God's hand, trying to take on tasks that I know I can't do by myself. And they snatch me back, and they say, hold on now, do you think that's good for you? Where you at? And I'm trying to learn how to be an even more better person. No, I'm honest. I'm open. You know, I don't keep secrets or none of that. I don't harbor the things that I've been through. If you ask me, I'll tell you, because all it do is weighed me down, you know, like a sinking ship. So now I feel light. So, and I know that it ain't easy, and a lot of times I know that place costs a lot of money to run. And I know all of us can't afford that. And I know that somewhere that this lady and that staff, the rest of the staff members, they doing what they do so they can help, somebody can help us, help them help us. And I'm grateful and thankful for anybody that helped these people help us. Because without that place, right now, I'll be honest, I have no idea where I would be and what state of mind I would be in. So I humble myself, and I be grateful and thankful for everything that's come to me. Because without that, I'd be lost. And I'm finding myself, who I am, where I'm going. I'm learning what I want to do in life. I'm learning the type of person that I am. I don't worry about the things that I did, the mistakes I made. I let God handle that. He washed me clean. But today, I'm happy. I know that I can wake up and say, I did right by somebody. I ain't looking back wondering if somebody finna do something to me for something I done. I'm at peace with myself. I help other people. Even when I don't got it, I still do it because I know how it is. And I'm just thankful and grateful at the end of the day, and I'm blessed. I am blessed.
Thank you, Amanda.